everyone, so we're moving on to elimination level 2, and the question I'm going to answer today that I know has been on everyone's mind is, what do we do if the equations don't have variables that can cancel? I know how much it has been bothering you. Here are all the answers to your questions. So when we have a system of equations like this, we have 4x minus 8y equals 16 and 8x minus 9y equals 39. And right now, if you've noticed, neither of these equations have a really easy elimination that's obvious. And so we have to create one. So what you do is you look at your x's and you look at your y's and you decide which one you feel like multiplying. So it is not easy to make 8 and 9 match. So right away, I know I don't want to do anything to make my y's match. But if I look at my x's, I can make 4 turn into 8 pretty easily. All I have to do is multiply by 2. So with that in mind, I'm going to take this whole first equation and I'm going to adjust it and use it to my advantage. So I'm going to take 4x minus 8y equals 16. And we said that we really wished the 4 was bigger by 2. Because if 4 was 8, this would be all much easier. And I'm going to do one better. I don't really wish it was just 8. I wish it was negative 8. Because I have a positive 8 down here. If it was a negative 8, everything would be easier. So I'm going to multiply everything by negative 2. So to do that, I take my negative 2 and I have to distribute it to everybody on the inside. So I have negative 2 times 4x, and I have negative 2 times negative 8y, and finally I have negative 2 times 16. So I am distributing my negative 2 to every single piece of my equation. If you don't do that, you don't end up with an equivalent equation and you've changed the value of your equation, so you can't do any process anymore once you've done that. So negative 2 times 4x is negative 8x. Negative 2 times negative 8y is a positive 16y. And negative 2 times 16 is negative 32. So this is my new first equation. So now I'm going to take my new first equation and I'm going to take my second equation and I'm going to try this problem again. Except now, these equations look a lot more like something I want to cancel. So when I line them up and I add them, the negative 8x and the positive 8x canceled, which was by design. So hopefully they cancel. Then I have 16y and negative 9y. When I add those, I get 7y. And I have 39 and negative 32. When I add those, I also get 7. So I'm down to one variable, which is good. Divide both sides by 7, and y equals 1. Now, when I want to solve for x, it's tempting to go back to one of these first equations that you recreated. I try to always go back to my very original equations just to be safe. So looking at this, I think I like this first equation better than the second because of those big numbers. So I'm going to take my first equation the way it was designed to be, and I'm going to replace my y with 1 because that's what I found y to be. So I have 4x minus 8 times 1, which is 8 equals 16. I need to get my x alone, so I add 8 to both sides. 16 plus 8 is 24. So I have 4x equals 24. I need my x alone, so I divide both sides by 4 and x equals 6. So the coordinates of my answer are 6, 1.